Hey, that's rude. That's rude, Salem. Ouch. Dude. Dude. We need to cut those nails. We need to cut those nails. This is supposed to be hang with Salem, our cute boy. Not bite me. You're not supposed to be a serial killer. You're not a serial killer. Look. Hi, welcome to the live. This is Mr. Salem. Ba ba ba. We're in Salem. There's a lizard and a bird. A lizard and a bird. Hello, hello, welcome. This is Mr. Salem. Salem, can you say hi? He's currently busy looking at a little lizard that's outside the glass door here and a bird. Two of his favorite things. He used to live outside, and those were two of his favorite things: chasing lizards and catching birds. And now there are two of them right outside this window. Anyways, how are y'all doing? It is a cloudy day here in San Diego. It's gonna be raining this afternoon. You want it so bad. You want that little lizard? You can't have it. We're not mean to lizards. No, we're not. Hello, hello from Germany. Hello. I am in San Diego, so hello from San Diego. Can you say hi, Salem? Yeah, he is too preoccupied with this little lizard outside this window. He used to love playing with little lizards. I actually have a video of him. He caught like a little mouse. He played with this little mouse for like an hour. Hello, hi. This is Salem. He is a sweetie. Y'all caught him just in time because a minute ago he was not being so sweet until he discovered the lizard outside. He was actually fighting me. He actually likes to bite me. He doesn't do this with anybody else, but I think he thinks sometimes that I'm like a co-equal for him and he wants to play. He will stalk me down. I'll be walking around and he will just go for my ankles randomly. This cute little boy. And he has those outdoor instincts since he used to be an outdoor cat before we adopted him. You have two dogs. What are your dogs' names? Hello, Richard. Thank you. This is Mr. Salem. My sweet, sweet little boy. I have another cat named Ella. She is on my feed a lot here on the channel. And she has cat asthma. But thankfully, he is completely healthy. Although a few years ago, he did like have a very, very expensive cat bill because a vet bill. He had to have like major surgery because he decided to eat something that he wasn't supposed to. And the crazy thing about it is that thing that he had eaten, it had been months prior. So it had just been tumbling around in his stomach, I guess. And then finally one day, boom. It was scary, but thankfully he came out just fine. He loves you when he bites you. My dog's names are Lotta and Cookie. Oh, I love that name. I especially like Cookie. That's such a cute name. What kind of dogs are they? Yes, he does love me when he bites. He's like, he gets so excited. It's like, oh my God, I get to like attack you? Because he won't do it with anybody else. So it's not like any like aggression issues or anything like that. Or that I'm making him do something he doesn't want to. Although sometimes that can be it a little bit, but because somebody else could come pick him up and do the same thing, and he wouldn't do anything to them. Um, but, yeah. I love him though because you sit down like this, or you like kind of sit down to tie your shoe, or sit on the couch. 30 seconds to a minute later, if he is hanging out and he saw you, he will be in your lap. And then he will just sit in your lap for like a good while. And then he'll get up, do his little thing, do like check out the windows, and then he'll come back to you if you're still there. He loves to cuddle. On the weekends, he really loves it because like watch some cartoons or like a movie in the morning, and he will just bundle up in the blanket with you, and he will be asleep for hours. He would stay there all day, I think, if you would let him, if you didn't want to get up to do anything. Uh, a Breton and a Beagle Labrador mix, one grandma and one young guy. Aw. I used to have a Beagle, just a straight plain Beagle. She was so cute. Her name was Mitzi, and she was the sweetest. I loved her so much. She was my first dog ever. I remember I got her when I was in first grade, and then she lived like a long time. She lived until like I think I was like graduating high school. So like a long time. She was the sweetest, loving, most caring dog. I loved her so much. Um, oh, you love my atmosphere, so peaceful. Thank you. And then I have all this freaking laundry that I need to like put up. Like I had all of it washing and I was folding it last night, but then I didn't put it up. So I need to put all of that up. And then I had to work outside a little bit and clean up before the rain comes. Uh, the yard is almost cleaned up. I wanted it cleaned up for the weekend, and it's supposed to be raining the rest of the week after it starts this evening. So I got to get out there and do that. My dog zoomies all the time. He's a nutter. I love him. Though his name is Max, 7 years old today. Oh my God, I love it. Max is such a like quintessential like dog name. And when I think of Max, I think of a golden retriever. I guess that's because I knew a golden retriever that's name was Max. So cute. I love golden retrievers. I actually want to get a golden retriever. I have him, my orange girl cat, and then I want a golden retriever. And then I think that will be complete the trio. It will just be like a lovely little family. Hello, Cody. Everything is good with you. I am blessed to see you every time. Thank you so much, Jaya. Yeah, things are going good. It's been raining a little bit, and then again, it's gonna be raining for the next 3 days, I think. Then a few days reprieve, and then more rain again, which is exciting because we haven't had rain much really at all since last year. So we've been enjoying that. He's been enjoying the rain. And I think he's glad he doesn't have to be out in the rain anymore, because I always think about that. He used to like hide out somewhere when it rained for those days. Now he has this plush little pillow here. He has a little beanbag, a huge human-sized beanbag bed in his room. He's living the plush life. Oh, who do you think the cat thinks you're talking to? I don't know. I actually have never thought about that, right? Huh. I haven't thought about that. My orange girl cat would be annoyed. She knows that I pulled the camera out or like set up the phone to record. She runs off. She doesn't want to participate. She doesn't want to be about it. Even if she's sleepy, she'll go lay on the floor away from me. Richard, you said he's a Stratford Bull Terrier. He's cool and always happy to see anyone. Oh, I love that. Most dogs are so happy and so fun. And then seeing other dogs that get so happy, seeing other people that get so happy. We have a few friends who have dogs, and one of them has like the cutest little like, I don't know, just like a little mix from the Humane Society. So sweet, so well behaved. Like it won't get on the couch or anything unless you say, okay, you can get up here. And we babysitted one time, and I hadn't hung out with the dog like that long. Hanging out with friends here and there, you see them for a few hours, but babysitting the dog for the weekend, it was like, oh my God, I miss dogs. I love cats. These are my first two cats, Salem and Ella. Hello, Cartina. Staying off the grid. Wait, you think that he's gay? I don't think that Salem here is gay. But I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. Not an apartment either. Oh my God, it's a house. Like, and these are like normal glasses, right? Though I don't. So I think you're like wrong on multiple accounts. I'm confused. But Salem, he thinks you're gay. What? Staying off the grid, that's just like so weird to come in here. But okay. Thanks for the engagement. I always say, thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts. Yeah, thanks for the engagement. I always appreciate when y'all come in here with all that nonsense because it's like, oh, you're just pushing the engagement. More people are going to see this because of you. And I thank you so much. Also, it's an algorithm feed, so like I popped up on your feed for a reason, but like, do you normally like to see gay cats? It's kind of confusing. Like, what do you do? Do you search that? So unusual. Do you understand what he's doing, Salem? I don't understand. There's a message held for review, and I cannot click it right now. Someone posted something crazy. Was it staying off the grid? Guys, look at his posts. Aren't they like comments? Aren't they weird? First, he's presuming that this cute little boy is gay. Who knows? I just love it though. Like, we have all these like trolls come in here, and I've had them come in the past. It's like, you're just helping the account that you're trying to troll, which kind of does the opposite. I feel like what a troll wants to do. Also, like trolls come in here and they like want to like um disrupt, and it's like, okay. Like, I think they want a different reaction from me. It's like, Cyrus, ready for what? What are we ready for? How are y'all guys doing though? There's several of you in here. How are your day going? It's Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Halfway through the week. It's exciting. I wish the week would actually slow down. This is a week I wish the week would slow down. And I feel like the week has been going so fast this week. That lizard is still there, and that is the only reason that Salem is still here. He is like, he wants the lizard. I was like, oh, he's being cute. He's still staying in my lap. Okay, Mr. Doubtful. Let's say no, no, no. Why would we say let's go to him? That you're gonna have to pay more for groceries and cars and everything? I don't know why anybody would want that. Like, yay, let's pay more? It's weird. Because he loves you even though you hate him. Well, I didn't say anything about hate. Did I? No. I think the thing is that, like, why would you want to pay more? Like, do you want to pay more money for groceries and everyday items? I don't. I don't think that has anything about hating or not hating anybody because I didn't say anything about that. I just said, do you want to pay more? No, I don't want to pay more money for things. That seems weird. You're confused. What are we watching? I don't know. You tuned in, right? You like flipped the channel and you got here and you're like, whoa, what is this? I don't know. And you're staying. You're staying and you're commenting. So, I mean, I don't know. You must be intrigued in some way. We've been paying more since 2021. Well, there was a little thing called the pandemic, and prices across the world went up. And then there was a lot of price gouging from companies. Have you looked and see these companies, how much profit they're making, how much money their CEOs are making? I don't know. But this specific tariff situation is going to add about 20% to your product. So these companies are not going to take that money on. They're going to pass it on to you. So again, if you want to pay more, I guess you got what you wanted. I don't know. Mr. Chill, he's putting more on tax. What does that even mean? He's putting more on tax. That doesn't make sense. He's putting more on tax. Oh, you mean middle class and poor people have to pay more taxes? Okay, I got you. Millionaires, billionaires, they don't really have to pay anything. Okay, okay. So wait, are you a millionaire and a billionaire? Maybe so. Go to work. I'm gonna go to work in a little bit. I mean, what are you doing? Are you at work? Coco, I'm new. Okay, so what are we doing? Spilling the tea, like gossip. So we're hanging out here for a little bit, and then I'm gonna make some coffee. I have to go outside and work a little bit. It's gonna be raining here later this afternoon, evening, and so I want to get things cleaned up because I won't have a chance because it's gonna rain until the weekend. And then this is Salem. I'm gonna make a coffee in a minute, but some trolls have come into the account, and so I'm just like talking with them because what they're saying doesn't really actually make sense. I found out that they want to pay more money for products and food, like even more money than current, maybe 20-25% more, which is kind of weird. And then maybe they want to pay more taxes, but I was a little confused on that too. You're a federal worker. Wait, do you like are you pro-Trump or anti-Trump? But if you're like I'm confused on that one. We pay more because people keep buying all we pay more because people keep buying at these prices. I mean, companies could just not price gouge. They don't need to make that many profits. The CU doesn't need to make that much money. We're paying more. Okay, sure. I guess we could say that's how capitalism works, but capitalism kind of sucks. But again, if you want to pay more, fine. I guess that's where we're at. It's just weird to like defend what's going on with tariffs and defend capitalism at large. That it's like this amazing thing. Like if you want to pay more, I guess you're getting what you want. It's just like it's kind of weird. You've got $1 million in the bank and they're putting more on tax. It's crazy. Oh my God, we got a millionaire here watching YouTube? Wow, that's kind of cool. Daily, no, this is not a Trump account. Like, I like your cat. Oh, thank you. And where did he go? Oh, he wants to play his toy. He has this toy that he's obsessed with now, and he's going over there. No more tampons in men's bathroom. I think there's going to be a lot of bathrooms that still have tampons, but also, why does it bother you? Like, that's kind of weird. Like, what does it matter? You go in there, like, are you like looking around at the decor of a bathroom when you go in there? Mr. Doubtful, you know what? I like how you're able to speak coherently instead of getting mad and insulting people who disagree with you. Even though I disagree with you, I respect that. Well, I think I can have a conversation and like, at the end of the day, the trolls help my account. So like, I don't care. Any monetization I make, they literally have made me money, but whatever. Welcome to the America, the land of opportunity. You mean no opportunities? Hello, Callum from Ireland. Hello, I'm in San Diego. And Salem is hanging out over here. He was with me. I'll see if I can bring him back over here. He wants to play with his toy now, and so that's where he's hanging. But how is Ireland? What's the weather like? I recently did like an ancestry, 23andMe, all those kinds of things. And like I don't know, like 70 or 60% of my ancestry, like after like a few generations here in America, is from Ireland. And then the rest is like Native American. So I'm like Native American Irish. Tampons clogged up the toilets though. Well, no one's putting tampons in the toilet. And if you're like, what? Okay. If your life was, oh, there he is. If your life was a novel, what would be the title and how would your story end? Oh my God, that's a good question. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Let's see. First off, top of my head, The Amazing Life, something like that. I don't know. I feel like I've had like a pretty good life so far. Like great opportunities, fun opportunities, opportunities to meet amazing, interesting people. Um, some of them remain friends. Some of them it's you just meet for a period of time in your life, and all of these relationships and friendships have been like amazing and insightful and unique individuals and people from all levels of the world, different ethnicities. So I don't know. I feel like I've had like a really good life. Mimi, there's Salem. He like ran away from me. He wanted to play with his toy, and then I'm like, no. Okay, now I thought he was gonna get in my lap again. Hi from India. Hello. Me and Salem are in San Diego in California. He's wanting to play his toy. He'll come back. He will come back. You were either born a man or a woman. What is wrong with people? Remember, kids don't do drugs. Daily, daily, daily. Some people actually are not just like strictly born man or woman at birth. But, you know, education, science. And then this is a little thing in America called freedom, and people should have it around the world. But in this particular case, science does back it up, and people, we have trans men and women. And let people just live, and you just live your life. Like no one is doing anything to you, so just let people be. Like I don't ever get it because it's like, what does it matter to you? You seem to not appreciate the ability to go from nothing to becoming a millionaire. The thing is, so I know there's a lot. Ouch. I know there's like a lot of like MAGA types that have this thought in their head that they're gonna become millionaires. Bruh. They're gonna become millionaires. The reality of the situation is most people are not gonna become millionaires. You're not gonna become a millionaire. So like whatever. If you become a millionaire, great. But like most people are not going to become millionaires. And so people say, oh, don't tax the millionaires. All this happened because in their head they're thinking, one day I'm going to be a millionaire. You're not. You're not. If you're thinking that, you're not going to become a millionaire. Like you're just not. If you had a friend who spoke to you in the same way that you... Did you name him after Salem's Lot? What a good film. I actually named him after like Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Like I had actually just been watching the new Sabrina on Netflix at the time. Like I knew about Sabrina, the comedy on ABC. But Sabrina, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina had been on Netflix like at the same time we adopted him. And so it just kind of happened. It's a very cliche name for a black cat, but that is science. Like, what is your argument, I guess? I don't understand. Let there be men, women, trans women. How is it affecting you? Like, what is the problem? Salem is using a clause on your pants. I know. So the other day, especially, I was wearing jeans, and like he really started like clawing. And I didn't hurt because they were jeans, so his claws weren't going through. But then I had to stop him because he started tearing my jeans. I know. He was like, I'm going to use you as a scratching post. And now he wants to play with this toy. Like, he literally is obsessed with that toy. He was a cat who didn't like toys at all. And then all of a sudden, bam, he's like, I like toys. Okay. So he's going to play. I'm going to make a coffee real quick. But I'll take you over here to make my coffee. My cat's name is Madame Curie. Oh my God, I really like that name. I feel like I have to like get another animal and name them that. Like, that's a really good name. How do you know that it's a cat? I mean, because it's a cat? I don't know. It's like one of those things, like if you didn't know, like we created things and be like, oh, that's a cat. Oh, I don't know. If life is so short, why do we do so many things we don't like and like so many things that we don't do? Yeah, you know, that's true. That's why I think it's interesting. We look at like baby boomers and that generation who like worked. Their life was worked and they like dedicated their life to a company and whatever. And they get very confused at younger generations who just do not give a care about that company and will up and leave because that company is just like not treating them well. And they cannot understand that concept. But it's like, why are you going to stick with somewhere or someplace or make work your whole life? Like, there's so many old people when they're older, they regret that. They regret that they kept work as such a main part of their job, or that they like didn't go on vacations, didn't take trips because work was their life. So, you know, and I think, yeah, you got to just like take your life into your own hands and do your own thing and like, because these companies are not going to care. They're going to just like lay you off. So why give any care to them? Get with a good group of friends, hang out, do things, travel if you can, do things in your own community, be involved, have fun, do the things that you like, do crafts, do arts, go listen to music, see a show. Yeah. What if it doesn't want to be a cat? Oh my God, if it could be like a dinosaur. I would love if Salem could want to be a dinosaur. He kind of acts like a dinosaur. I mean, if he didn't want to be a cat, don't be a cat. I don't know. Quan is trying to make a point of labels. Yeah, I know, but it's kind of a weird thing. But like, if I could talk to a cat and the cat say, I don't want to be a cat, we're not talking about becoming a different thing. We're not talking about a human becoming a cat. So your like analogy doesn't actually even work. If we wanted to say that Salem is gay or not gay, okay, we could do that because we've observed that in science. We've observed that in the world. Comparing it to like Salem becoming a different animal, and you're trying to say a person becoming a different thing, being trans isn't becoming a different thing. Like, what? At least get your analogy right if you're going to try to make an argument. Oh, you're not offended. You're just a troll. You're just in here causing, like... You think you're causing chaos, but, like, it's like, whatever. What does it mean to allow another person to truly love you? I mean, I think it means great things if you allow people in your life to love you, whether it be friends or relationships or anything. I think if you open yourself up to amazing, amazing things in your life. Yeah. A cat can be whatever it wants to be. We named it as a cat as a nomenclature for species of animals. Yes. But like also, his Quan's response or purpose apparently was that he was trying to like say, oh, if the cat wants to be a mouse is the same thing as someone being trans, I think. Which again doesn't make sense because we're not doing a new species. Bye bye DEI Trump, baby. You don't even know what DI means, but okay. And a Trump baby? I wouldn't be a Trump baby. Wouldn't people who like Trump be Trump babies? I think that's how it would be. So, like, I think you're actually wrong. But thank you for being in the chat. That's why we need to separate LGBTQ plus LGB in one sexuality, TQ as an identity, yet they combine them from same. No, we don't need to. They stay together. Like, no. Like, what? Also, queer is like an almost at these days is an umbrella for everything. So, like, if you're gonna say someone is lesbian, gay, trans, bi, I say they're all under the banner of queer. So again, why are we separating that? That doesn't make sense, and we're not going to separate trans from that because, what? No. Yeah, we're not going to separate them. That doesn't even make sense. That is like the most annoying thing from people in the LGBTQ community, and it's a small minority of people who want to like separate that. And like, no, Okay, I feel like y'all are all trolling in here, but whatever. Thanks for the engagement. I appreciate it so much. I don't get the whole pronoun thing. Can you explain it? Like, Joseph, what would your pronouns be? I don't like making assumptions, but to facilitate this to go a little bit faster in the conversation, we're going to presume that Joseph is male. So we're going to say his pronouns are he, him. But if I was to be like, oh, let me answer her question. Let's answer her question. I don't get the whole pronoun thing. Let me answer her question. Like, you would get upset and you would get offended. That's the pronoun thing. It's far more complicated. We can be trans and gay, or trans and straight, or trans and asexual. Yes. Telex, you're just on the losing end of it, honey. Like, it's gonna stay that way, so it's okay. You don't have pronouns. You have to have pronouns. That's English. He, him, her, his, they. You were like, they went to the park. She went to the park. He went to the park. Those are pronouns. They exist. You can't just say that doesn't exist. He went to the park. He took his cat to the vet. She went to the store. They went to the dentist. Those are pronouns. They exist. I don't know what's confusing about that. Trans and straight means you're gay. That doesn't even make sense, but I also don't think that people are just strictly straight. There's a spectrum. A lot of people don't want to admit this, but there's a spectrum, so... No, I use my name. No, you don't! People use pronouns. So if someone was like, hey, he's over there, they're not going to say, Joseph's over there sometimes. They're going to just like be generic and be like, oh, he's over there. Where is he? Oh, he's there. I don't know why you're like, you get it, and you're just trying to be ridiculous. Yes, definitely a spectrum. But so many people don't want to admit that. But ultimately, that's true. It's obvious what I am. Maybe people being or wanting to be something else needs pronouns then. Like, I just don't understand why you're trying to, like, ignore how English works. There are pronouns in the English language. There are pronouns in other languages too. That's literally how language works. So you being like, pronouns don't exist, I don't have a pronoun, that is just factually totally incorrect with the being of language. Like, I do not get why so many MAGA types are being like, I don't understand pronouns, I don't use pronouns. Yes, you do. You use pronouns in your daily life and don't even realize it. That is how language works. Languages have pronouns. Many languages have pronouns. You use pronouns. Your friends use pronouns. Quit being like so ridiculous and creating this so situation that doesn't need to exist. Like, why are we creating that situation? It does literally no one any good. Doesn't make any bit of sense. Yeah. They are only used when description is needed. Okay, that's when they're used though, Joseph. What are you talking about? We don't go, like, so if people use pronouns, he, she, they, whatever, they don't go around saying their name is they. They don't expect people to go like, hey, they, hey, she, hey, he. No, they have names. They also go by names just like you. And also, people get upset. This is the main issue of pronouns. People put them in their bios, et cetera, et cetera. That's when people usually get upset about it, and that's when they're seen or used the most. Just as a heads up. But why are you getting upset that no one went to you and was like, you need to call me this. Like, if you are engaging or in the sphere of someone who's putting pronouns in their bios or on their email signatures or whatever, you're probably in a sphere of people who understand this and is just trying to not be ignorant. A word that can function by itself is a noun phrase, and that refers to either the participants in the discourse, i.e., or someone or something mentioned elsewhere in the discourse. Trans women are men. No. Trans women don't go through menstruation. I didn't prove any point, dude. You're the one who said you don't have pronouns, but you do. Everyone has pronouns. And it is used as a descriptor. No one has ever said it doesn't. No one goes around saying, call me he, call me they. It's used as a pronoun. So if you're like saying a group, oh, they're over there, but you would also use that. Or, you know, like exactly what I said earlier. She went to the vet. He went to the store. But also, again, someone saying, oh, hey, my pronouns are he, she, my pronouns are they, whatever it may be. It's not hurting you. It's not hurting you. It's not destroying your life. It's not causing you any trouble. Like, I don't get that part. Like, why are you so up in arms about that? Like, you said you don't need one, but you have one. You have one. Everyone has one, because you're gonna tell me if you do go by he, if you're considering yourself a cis male, I'm assuming then you're using he pronouns. You would get mad if someone said she's over there, she's sitting at the table. You would get mad. So I don't really know. I don't think Joseph knows where he's going with it, but also I don't think anybody who comes into a conversation being like, I don't do pronouns, they just don't understand the English language, and or they're trying to be ignorant of that fact. Or again, if they're a cis male, they are usually going to be, I'm going to say he him pronouns if we're talking about things, and they would get personally upset if someone is like, oh, she's sitting over there. They would get mad. So it's just a clarification of things. You personally don't support LGBTQ plus, but if that's what you like to do, you just don't try to push on anybody. I that's weird too. I've been thinking about this a lot. I don't get that. I don't support this. I don't support that. Like, I feel like it's not even a matter about supporting things like that. Because it's just like letting people be. You're just letting people be themselves. Like, and the whole pushing it on you. Pushing it on you. Nowhere is anybody in the queer community pushing queerness on you, a straight person. Like, that's the thing that I just do not get. No one is doing that. And I've asked many people who have this conversation with me, how is it being pushed on you? They cannot ever fully explain that situation. I had someone be like, oh, Target was pushing gay products on me during Pride. They were not. They were products in a store. You could choose to buy them. You could choose to not buy them. You could choose to just walk past them. Because the thing is, if you are a cis male and you don't wear women's clothes or makeup, do you get mad that that makeup section is there or that women's section is there? No, you just choose not to buy the makeup or the women's clothes, or you just choose to walk past it. They aren't pushing the women's clothes on you. They're not pushing the makeup on men. Like, it's just there for people to buy it who want to buy it, and for people who don't want to buy it, they don't have to buy it. So I never get the, oh, it's being pushed on me. Did you see the TikTok of Madame? I did not. How are trans women biological men when they're transition or changed from their initial sex? You were born or male, extreme rare cases, both sexes. But there are many people who are born, and science and psychology has determined that they are born in the wrong body. We use science and medical knowledge to transition someone to become a trans man, trans women. We just accept that. I do not understand why it's an issue or why it's a problem. Like, why are we going to get hung up on what a person believes? Oh, like, oh my God, the Bible says man and woman only. Why are we going to get caught up on that? Let people live their life. They're over here doing their thing. They are not involved with you. You probably don't even know them. But also, you probably actually do know trans men and women, and you just don't actually know it. Like, that's the other thing. A lot of people know trans men and trans women, and they don't know it. They just don't know it. But let people just live. No one's pushing it on you. You live your life. Be happy, do things, be with your family, and let them do the same thing. Like, I don't understand why we have to get into this fight of like, oh, I don't like them because this. They're not pushing it on anybody. They're just trying to live their life. Exactly. Taylor, we've already answered that question. Joseph. No, I just get upset because people come in with the pronouns conversation and they want to be anti-pronouns. I don't have pronouns. You do have pronouns. Everybody has pronouns. That's just how it works. So if you're cis male, you're probably going to be he, him. If you're cis female, you're going to probably be she, her. If you are going to say that you're trans or you identify as something in a spectrum of things, you might be they. It's not hurting anybody. That's just how it works. I don't know why people get so upset about it and act like they can't understand it. And Like, if you want to be living your life like, oh, I don't understand this and I don't get it, then just let that live in your head and let these other people just do their thing. No one is saying that, like, that's the other thing. But Glitterbox, why are we even having that argument? Just let them live their life however they want to live their life. Why is that so hard just to let them live their life? Yes, Kristen, let live. Like, why? If you personally believe that point, why do you freaking care? Why do you freaking care? Just let them live their life. They're not hurting you. They're not affecting you. They're not doing anything to you. Like, what is the problem? How are people supposed to know what to use? Are you asking how you know what you're supposed to use? If you're asking the other way, well, that's why people put it or they mention it or they have it on name tags or whatever. I don't actually understand that particular question. Yes, DA, just ask them. I don't like we've gone through this whole conversation with you, Joseph, about the pronoun situation, and that's why people post it is because so that they know. And then you cannot sit here and tell me then that you don't know what your pronouns are. That's just like weird then. Especially in the front of like having the conversation. I'm not saying people can't like be in this period of time where they don't know what pronouns to use, and they're going through a period of shift or change in their life and figuring out the spectrum that they live on. But if you're making the argument of anti-pronouns, then you know your pronouns. So people want to get offended if you use the wrong one. So I don't think that people should get like harshly offended if you've not mentioned the pronouns or they're not aware of your pronouns. I do think if someone has made you aware of the pronouns and then you choose not to use those pronouns, you're just a jerk. You have no issue with one's sexual preference, but when it comes to identity transitions, you become a victim of the pharmaceutical industry, becoming dependent on procedures and meds for life. Talix. So I would say to this particular thing, you don't know someone's personal life, what they've been feeling mentally or within their body, and how happy people are afterwards. So one of my really good friends is trans. And I knew them before transition and then now after transition. And the way that they are so much happier in life and living their life truly and authentically and amazingly, and the happiness and that it just exudes from them from being around her. Like, they're so happy now. So my thing is, just let them do it. My friend is so happy now after transitioning. And I'm so happy for her because of that. And we're saying they become a victim. I don't think that is a victim. When it changes someone's life so much that they become so much happier and they're just like living their life to the fullest extent now, that's not a victim. And so I think a lot of people, when they are having conversations like this and talking about things like this, like, it's like, again, let people live. Like, the way that it changes people's lives. That's not victim. That is changing someone's life so much for the better. DA, exactly. Just ask them. I think that's like, if you don't know and you're worried and you want to be kind and gentle, you can just be like, hey, what pronouns do you use? Boom, over. And continue the conversation. No one is going to get upset at you and mad. People are going to get upset at you and mad if you know the pronouns and then you're choosing to use the wrong pronouns continually. That's when people get upset, and rightfully so. You have family and friends of all pronouns. That's good. And hopefully, I mean, that's the thing. Everyone can have different pronouns and use different pronouns and whatever. It goes back to just let people live their life. And I don't understand why people want to invade people's lives. Because what if we turn it around and then we try and invade your life? It's just weird. Trans people have always existed way before meds and procedures. Exactly. And a lot of Trump situation, the idea or the concept, I think a lot of MAGA people think, because of this stuff that Trump is saying or doing, is that trans people are going to miraculously not exist. That's literally not how that works. Trans people will always exist. Queer people will always exist. That doesn't, it's an issue. Also, on the whole like trans sports issue, there are like less than, I think, like 12 trans athletes in the NCAA. It is not a huge thing. It is not a big thing. MAGA has made it into this huge flashpoint that there's not an issue. There literally is not an issue. There's so few trans athletes that we don't need to legislate at this level of what we're trying to do and causing this huge firestorm for literally no reason. And the thing I point out with this particular thing is, they're like, oh, we care about women's sports. No, you freaking don't. You do not care about women's sports, because if you cared about women's sports, you would see that women are disproportionately affected versus men's sports. They don't get as much money. They don't get as much recognition. They don't get as much media exposure and all of that. And that affects the entire women's sports and everyone involved in women's sports. They don't care about that because they do not care about women's sports. If they cared about women's sports, they would deal with those particular issues. And someone was like, oh, well, like when it comes to like professional sports, it's based on audience size. And that's not true. Women's soccer gets a larger audience. They've been way more successful, but they get way less money than the men's soccer team. You don't care about women's sports. You don't. And that's fine. But I think you have to be like, I don't fucking care. Excuse me for cussing. I don't care about women's sports, but I only care about this issue. That's not an issue. DA, yes, exactly. We're not buying into someone's delusion, but again, what does it matter? What if someone over here is trans? Let them be trans, and then you continue living your life. Like, why does it matter that someone over here is trans and you're over here? Keep living your life, going to lunch, dinner, hanging out with your friends, going to work, hanging out with your family. What does someone over here being trans have to do with anything in your life, actually? Like, it really doesn't have anything to do with your life. Like, that's what I do not get. Again, just live your life and let people over here live their life and people over here live their life. Like, what is the problem? Man, guys, we have gotten way off topic. We were going to hang out, and we were going to hang out with my cat, and we were going to chat, and we have gone down this very political road. It seems some people just want to be angry or feel defensive or offended. I don't want to do that, but if you can't even ask someone about how they feel about things or why they feel offended. Okay, so I think that people who are trans, I think people who are queer. I think people who are straight but on the spectrum of things. I think people who are bi. I think if you approach any of these people, I don't want to say everyone, but if you approach a majority of these people and want to have a good faith conversation with them about their life and about pronouns and about what the spectrum of things, they will have a conversation with you. And I think anybody with pronouns, they would be more than happy to give you their pronouns. They're not going to get upset about that. The lifetime cost of transition medication can vary significantly depending on the type of hormone therapy, dosage, insurance coverage, and individual needs, but it's often estimated to be in the tens of thousands of dollars. But okay, Talix, you're not like, what is, I don't understand I don't understand. I actually do not understand. What are you getting at? DA90, you're not buying into their delusion. You're just trying to be considerate of another person's feelings and self-worth. Exactly. And Talix, I do not understand what you're talking about. Like, are there medical costs associated with transitioning? Yes. Are many people who want to transition unable to transition or not able to transition fully with surgeries? Yes. That doesn't mean that they're not trans. And yeah, it sucks that things cost so much. And a lot of times, most of this stuff shouldn't be costing this much. That could be a whole conversation about the whole medical world and everything of how medicine in America costs way more than every other country. And again, capitalism sucks. And this goes to medical procedures and medicine and everything else. Capitalism sucks. But I guess, I don't, sure, yeah. But medicine for someone's diabetes and blood pressure also costs hundreds of dollars. And they have to do that for life. Like, I don't understand your problem. Till time. What is it? Till lime, tea time? DA 90, 100%. Yes, agree with DA. What does the plus mean in LGBTQ? We can throw in, there's allies are involved in that, and it used to just be LGBT plus. We added the Q plus, but allies is in there. Asexual. That's why surgical procedures are pushed, because it's profitable. Okay, do you have any personal knowledge of that, I guess? Because if someone wants to transition or is feeling that they're not in the right body and they feel that they are trans and identify as trans, many choose to have surgery, some choose not to have surgery. They may choose to not have surgery, not even based on money. They just may choose not to fully transition with surgery, like a top or bottom surgery, but they take hormones. It's not really pushed on them. People make decisions, and many people do want to transition fully with surgeries. That doesn't mean it's being pushed on them. Like, I think that you can't have that conversation actually at all unless you talk to trans people. Yes, intersex. That, I mean, yeah. But also the thing is, you can Google it, but I do appreciate, we've said some of the things that other people have chimed in here of what the plus means. Like, we could do LGBTQIA plus, but we try to shorten it. What do you guys think about what's going on in the US right now? I think it sucks. It sucks, plain and simple. And I could go myriad of reasons why. We don't need to be taxing low income and middle income and giving tax cuts for the rich. The rich haven't paid a good amount of taxes since like I think the 70s maybe. And that's so ridiculous. Tariffs are going to cause increases prices for pretty much everybody on every item. Not going to be cheaper. Basically, the collapse of the economy will probably happen if all this stuff continues. Of course, on the tariff things, it's like a flip-flop back and forth. Tariffs on, tariffs off, tariffs on, tariffs off. They last like a day or less before they're back off again because they get backlash or people are like, hey, things are going to cost a lot more money. Tariffs don't make things cheaper. Tariffs are not a tax. A country does not collect money from the tariffs. The tariffs are paid by these companies that are providing these products. Those companies then are pushing it back. I don't know. I could go on a list by list of everything that is just like sucky. I had a conversation with a transition friend, and they don't want to be part of the community. They just want to be what they are now and move forward with it without the drama. I mean, here's the deal. Fair. But I think that goes back to the whole list. Let people live. Let people live their life. If someone wants to be a part of the community, let them be. If they don't want to be a part of the community, let them be. If, people want to be a part of the community, let them be. That's the thing. No one's forcing anyone to do anything. Let people just each live their individual lives. I think it really goes to that simple. But some people just do not want that to happen. It's easy to be cis and straight. Nobody is pushed to be gay or trans. Exactly. Like, that's the thing. Like, people are like, oh, you chose to be gay. You chose to be trans. Oh, yes, people chose to be gay or trans to be bullied, beat up, killed, like, made fun of by the people that are saying all this stuff. Like, yeah. Someone is choosing to go through all that. Like, come on, let's be a little bit more smart. Have a little bit more education on that. Like, that, you're spot on. I'll have to look that up, Legionnaires. I'll have to look that up. Bring Salem back to the front. Oh my God. We got sidetracked. I will get him. Let me finish my coffee. He was on the counter. Where is he? I think he actually laid back down now. He was wandering around. Where is it? He's hiding behind the laundry I haven't put up yet. Is being or wanting to be trans the same thing as gender dysphoria? I think it can be partially correct, yes. I think last night proved two things. One, there are two classes, the rich and then us, and two, every empire falls and the U.S. is no different. Yeah. But that's why I don't get the whole let's take the poor and middle class. Democrats are not perfect, but have been continually trying to charge the wealthy. That's what they've been trying to do. You had Elizabeth Warren and you had Bernie Sanders, who have been trying to tax the ultra wealthy, so that middle and lower caste can have or pay less taxes. Republicans, by and large, do not want that, and they've shown within the recent tax thing that they're proposing, which taxes will go up for low class and middle class and will fall for wealthy people. So that's why I don't understand MAGA types, because they're voting against their own self-interest. They're voting to hurt themselves. Self-harm. Of course, Rasper, or Rasper, sorry if I got your name wrong. Yeah, I think it's important just to educate and learn and be respectful of everything. But no, you haven't been disrespectful. Yeah, I think, Joseph, correct. people just had conversations and things. And that's like one of the things, like trolls come in here, and I try not to like cause any issues with them, because it's like there are other people who could be educated. Who knows? Maybe this troll could be educated. Doubtful a lot, but you never know. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there is thoughts with Trump and Russia. You don't think that the cause is trauma or mental delusion? No. Left or right wing, it's the same bird. Disagree. The right has been showing that they are considerably worse on every single topic. The left, not perfect, but has been better on every single topic. I mean, that is just what it is. Who passed the universal health care as close as we could get in America? Pre-existing conditions don't count. Democrats did that. Who tried to destroy it? Republicans. Who are taxing more? Republicans. Not the same. I'm not saying they're perfect, but not the same. Yeah, I don't know. It's craziness. It's craziness, Legionnaires. It's unfortunate. A lot of people are going to be harmed. And weirdly, a lot of people who voted for him are going to be completely harmed or destroyed. But everyone was screaming and yelling this was going to happen. And we're told, oh, no, it's not. Guess what? It's happening. You didn't want to listen. Farmers are going to lose their farms. The rich are going to take those farms. I don't know. It's just like, what? It's absurd that the wealthiest country cannot offer free healthcare to its citizens as a basic right. I know, exactly. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Like, and ultimately want to take healthcare away. It's like, oh my God. That's why I just do not get in, by and large, Republicans or MAGA types. What is your end goal? Do you not want to help other people? MAGA types, Republicans. I'm a Christian. Why are you not acting like one? Why are you literally not acting like one? You don't want to help other people? That is what the Bible tells you to do. But in these cases, they're like, no, we don't want to help those people. We want to hate those people. We want to go destroy this country and invade them and take all of their money and all of their minerals and all of this. That is not a Christian way to live your life. And so basically, I don't think any of these MAGAs or Republicans are actual Christians. They're fake Christians. That's what I need to start calling them. Fake Christian. Fake Christian. Yeah. And Bernie's out there doing these things. So this is my thought. Kamala. Why is she not doing town halls? I know she didn't win. She's the biggest influence in the party right now. She should be doing town halls all over this country, pointing out what's happening. Pete Buttigieg should be doing the same thing. Anybody who's potentially going to run as a Democrat nominee should be doing town halls currently, right now, across the country, wall to wall, on whatever. Now, they might be afraid to do that because of legalities that Trump is just going to go after them and find something. But AOC's doing it. I just went blank. She's from Texas. She's been doing it. Bernie's doing it. Yeah. Get out there or do not run, is my thought. Get out there right now, be doing town halls, speaking, be on TV, or do not run for the nomination. I love Pete. I love Pete so much. He's very good. Like, he goes on Fox News. He can go toe-to-toe with them. I just wish he was out there more now. And I know he's taking a little break and being with his family and his young children. But, like, we kind of need him. Someone's got to speak out more. AOC's doing it a lot, but we need someone who's not currently in Congress, I think, that can just, like, dedicate their life, essentially, in traveling state to state, city to city. I think we need to barnstorm the country and do that and be, like, showcasing. This is what is literally happening. You're going to lose money. And you're seeing it with, like, a lot of these Republicans and their constituents. Yeah, I think that they've got to step up. I'll give him a few. It's hard. I'll give him a few more weeks, but things are falling apart. But yeah, I think, and he's good because he can go on Fox News. A lot of people can't, or they are not even invited. Yeah, he needs to stay. We get the awareness out there, and I think you're seeing that. But, like, basically, a lot of MAGA and Republican states are going to be absolutely decimated if things continue going forward. Liberal states could withstand it a little bit easier and a little bit better, but a lot of these tariffs are specifically targeted. Canada and Mexico are going to tariff the United States. China will do the same thing too, specifically targeting red states. And then all of the people who voted for MAGA and Trump, who have these particular jobs or are in these communities, are the ones that are going to fail, and they're going to lose out because of the tariffs from these other countries, because Trump wants to play a tariff war for no reason. Yeah, I thought he was a great shot. I thought he was a great. I think even if Kamala would have chosen him, it would have been a good ticket. Ultimately, there was not enough time to do anything, and that's Biden's fault. Completely 100% Biden should not have run again, and he should have stick to what he had said. And we should have had a primary midway through his term. But it is what it is. Can't rewind time. Okay, guys, I got 4 more minutes. I'm going to bring Salem over. Salem says he appreciates everyone joining and chatting with us, even though he wasn't here for a lot of the time. He appreciates it. He does say, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the likes. We appreciate it so much. Thumbs up, thumbs up. We appreciate that so much. We would also appreciate, I know a lot of you have been in this conversation and we've been talking political. Some people may not have agreed with me completely, but we appreciate all the follows anyway. So please subscribe to the channel. We would appreciate that so much if you would subscribe. We'll go live more often, and we have videos of my other cat, Orange Cat. But subscribe, please. Go to our latest video, like it, and leave a comment. Any kind of comment you want to leave a comment. I would appreciate it. Even if you want to leave a negative comment, go leave that comment, please. But we thank you so much. She had 4 years to implement one piece of her plan during her reign as VP. Well, so I can't fault her on that. That's just not how that works. She can't preempt Biden and do her own agenda. She can't, even if they agreed on something, she can't force him to, like, do something or move something along faster. And that's why I think if she would have had more time, the 2-year break beforehand, she could have, like, differentiated herself a lot more from Biden. There was just no time. And yeah, she can't implement anything since Biden was president. Like, that's just it's just not how it would work. Was I a troll? You were a troll early on, I feel, but I think we had a good conversation. I think all of you who came in here, and I said it first, were trolls. We all had conversations. And here's the deal. A lot of people would have kicked y'all out at the beginning. I don't believe in that. I talk so much, my throat is going out. I think we had good conversations. And other people tuning in may have had some of the same thoughts or wanting more questions answered about what you were talking about. And maybe we answered them, maybe we didn't. No. We had good conversations. I think y'all appreciate it so much. Again, thank y'all for being here. Salem says hi. We'll be back tomorrow for a live. Isn't he the sweetest little buddy? Oh. Yes, I appreciate that, Talix. But guys, thank you so much. I'm going to go work outside before it starts raining. Be sure to subscribe again and go like our latest video and leave a comment, please, please. I want to see everyone who's in here. I want to see that y'all left a comment. I would appreciate it so much. And you'll see my little orange girl, Ella. Please repent of your sinful. Oh my God, Phil K came in. Phil K came in here, y'all, at the last second. I actually went to a Christian school, and so I know all about the Bible and beliefs, and so thank you, Phil K. You're a dog person, though. I was a dog person, too, until I got a cat, and let me tell you, cats are angels. They're so lovely. Get a cat and a dog. Well, I want every animal, though, to be honest. I want a monkey. A raccoon? Have you seen those raccoon videos? They are so cute. Monkey videos too, but yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'll have a nice day, y'all too. I will see y'all again. I'll be back on tomorrow, maybe tonight. Also follow me on TikTok, John Cody Rodriguez. And then you can also follow me on Instagram at Cody Rodriguez. Okay, guys. Bye, everybody. I will see y'all later. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.